Okay, we continue with our homework book. I will walk you through the solutions. Homework book, page 80 to 90, problem 4. Georgette used 21 square meter of wrapping paper to wrap 20 boxes of presents. 3/5 of the boxes were small, the rest were large. Each large box required twice as much wrapping paper as each small one. How much wrapping paper was needed for one large box? All right. So you need to make some kind of a table in order to understand, right, what's going on and how many boxes were there, what kind of boxes were there, how many of them, and yeah, how many total units of square meters, right? So this is what we do. First, right, we know that we have small boxes, and we have our large boxes, right? Boxes, okay, all right now. All right, small and large, and we know number of boxes. We can count it, right? They tell us 3/5 of the boxes were small. 3/5 were small. Total number is 20, so we can calculate that already. We know it's going to be 12. 3/5 were small, 2/5 were large. We know that there were 20 total, then 8, right? Or simply 20 minus 12 is 8, right? So let's think about the value. Square meters, right? We know that they tell us large box required twice as much wrapping paper as each small one. It means you will use, not you, but this girl, right? This girl will use 1 unit of wrapping paper for each small box, but it's gonna be 2 units of wrapping paper for each large box, right? And that is it. So you simply calculate your total. You know how many boxes, you know how many units you need to spend. 12 times 1 is 12. You know how many units you need to spend, you know how many boxes. 8 times 2, 16 units total. 16 units total. So what is your total here? 12 plus 16, 28 units total. 28 units. This is also units. Okay? So that's it. 28 units total. 28 units. And you know how much she used. The first sentence. Georgette used 21 square meter. Right? So if it is 28 unit, how much is 1 unit? 1 unit is 21. Divide by 28, which is, you do your math, 3/4 square meters. Okay? Now, if this is 1 unit is 3/4 of square meter was used for each small box, right? Now we need to know how much do we need for large box. This is the question. How much wrapping paper was needed for 1 large box? For 1 large box, we need 2 units. 2 units, which is, right? We have 1 unit, 3/4 square meters time, or 3/4 of square meter, times 2, right? It's gonna be 6/4, or 2/4, or 1 and 1.5 square meter. This is your answer, right? So write down your answer as a sentence. 1.5 square meter, or 1 and 1/2 meters squared of wrapping paper was needed for 1 large box. Alright, pause the video, take your time to read the problem. Alright, and now let's do the solution, right? Alright, so what do we do here? We have, like Vincent has his total money, right? And we split it up, right? 2 sevens were savings. Well, not savings, sorry. He spent, right? He spent 2 sevens. He spent. The remainder is 5/7. Remainder. Right? Now, what happened to the remainder, right? He gave some money to his sister, right? He lent 3/10, a fraction. right? 3 over 10 to his sister, And what is left over of the remainder, right? It's 7 over 10 is left, right? The money left. That's it, right? So this fraction for money to sister out of total. How do we find it, right? Fraction of money for sister, right? For sister is this fraction out of the total remainder. Total remainder is 5 over 7, right? And it's gonna be 3 over 14, right? Now second fraction of the money left. Fraction of money left. Fraction of money left is this one. Out of, again, the remainder total, 7 over 10 times 5 over 7. It's gonna be 714, right? Now the 714 minus 314, we know the difference, right? This is the difference. Difference is 414. Or simply 4 units, right? 4 units. So these 4 units, they tell us, sister borrowed $52 less, right? These 4 units is $52. $52. So how much is 1 unit? 1 unit is $52 divided by 4, gonna be $13, right? $13. Now what is the total? Total is 14 units. 14, right? 14. So our 14 units, I'm just gonna write it a little bit lower here. So our 14 units is 14, also $13 is 1 unit times 14, right? And it's gonna be $182. That is your answer. Answer is a sentence. Vincent had $182 at first. Alright, next problem. Pause the video, read the problem. Alright, so what's happened? Right, again, same thing. Lucy had money, right? We know total money. Total money were split into 2 parts. At first, 3/5 of her money, 3/5 were spent on what? Dresses and skirts. Right? And then, what is the remainder? Remainder is 2 over 5. Yeah? Remainder. Okay, so this was split now. This was split for what? Half of the remainder, 1 over 2, she spent on pants, pair of pants, yeah? And then half of the money left. Okay? So let's answer our first question. A. How much did Lucy pay for the dresses and skirts? Right? How much did she pay? Okay, so pence. We need to find the fraction of pence. Right? This is the fraction of the remainder. Right? So what is the fraction of a total? Right? Is half times. So it's this one times this one. Right? Okay. And your answer is 1 over 5. 1 over 5 of total money, right? So basically, 1 unit of 5 units. And they tell us what is this number, right? A pair of pants costs $58. $58, right? So this money that she spent on dresses and skirts is 3 over 5, or basically 3 units. 3 units. And 3 units is $58 times 3, which is $174, right? This is your first answer. Answer is a sentence. Lucy paid $174 for the dresses and skirts. Now let's go to the next part, our part B. They ask us, what was the cost of a dress, right? So let's think about it, right? They tell us, there were 2 dresses, and let's call it D, yeah? and three skirts. Let's call it S. Yeah. So total price, we just calculated it for the whole thing, is $174. Right. So five dresses is 5D, right? So this one, right, is basically 2D, and this one, three skirts, we can call it as a 3D, right? 3D, and difference is $12, but because there are three, so times three, this is our difference, right? So basically this thing, right, this thing is $174. So we can say that $174 plus this difference of $12 three times, right? That's it. That's gonna be $210. So how much is one dress? One dress is $210 divided by 5, $42. That's your answer. Answer is a sentence. Each dress cost $42. Alright, problem number 7. Pause the video, read the problem. Alright, so in order to solve this problem, you need to do, again, very accurate, and to make a pretty model. Right? So first, roughly, right, you have your whatever total money, right? Total money, right? This amount, some amount we don't know, was spent on dresses, right? And then the rest, this part, this is a remainder, right? Remainder, right? So how do we split the remainder? We split 2/7 of remainder was spent on bag, right? So you need to make, right, those are 7 parts, right? 2/7, right? This is your bag, so we can write it down, 2/7, 2/7 of remainder, right? And this part is left, or also this is 3/5 of her money, 3/5 of her money, right? Okay, so what we can do, we can take this 2/7, and we can represent it as a different fraction, 6/21. What we do basically, right, if we take this remainder and we divide it into 21 small units. So basically each of the unit, right, we break it into 3 parts, so like so, into 3, into 3, into 3, into 3. All right, well, that's not gonna be pretty on the tablet, right, but you need to do it pretty on the paper. So 21 units of the remainder, 21 units of the remainder, yeah, minus, now your bag becomes 6 small units, right, minus 6 units. 6 units is a bag. Okay, this is gonna be 15 units. And this 15 units is money left, right? She has 15 units of her money left. Is 15 units of her money left. All right. And this is 3/5 of her money. 3/5 of her money. Right? They tell us 3/5 of her money is left. Is 15 units. Now 2/5 of her money that she spent. 2/5 of her money that she spent, right, is what is it? If you calculate it, it's gonna be 10 units, right? 10 units. This 10 units minus 6 units, right? It's gonna be 4 units. 4 units. Right? So, right, this was bag, right? So, again, so this was 15 units, this was 15 units, this was 10 units. Now we remove this bag to find only dresses, right? Okay, so 15 units minus 6 units, which is bag, gonna be 4 units. 4 units is the money that she spent. She spent 4 units of her money on a dress. So we can draw it on our model. We need to be very accurate, and we need to divide this part, right? This part, we need to divide into 4 small units, right? Okay. So we continue, right? And they tell us this 4 small units is how much? $148. $148. This is what she spent on a dress, right? So 15 units we need to calculate, and it's gonna be 448 divided by 4, 1 unit. This is ugly. Okay, 1 unit times 15, right? And the answer is $555. This is your answer. She had $555 left. Okay, problem number 8. Let's read the problem. Pause the video, take your time. Now I'm gonna explain the solution. Right, so Olivia baked some cookies. Good job, Olivia. Oh, well, we have our cookies. We have our muffins, right? And we have our morning, and we have our afternoon. Let's think about it, like let's make some kind of table, and everything's gonna be clear. Now, in the morning, 5/11 of them were cookies. Total 11 units, right? 5 units were cookies. 6 units were muffins, right? 6 units were muffins. Total number 5 plus 6 is 11, right? Now, what changed? They tell us that in the afternoon, right, she baked something, she baked 35, and as a result, 5/8 of them were cookies, right? What does that mean? Total amount of units was 8, 5 units in the afternoon were cookies, and the muffins were 3 units, right? Now, she baked only cookies. The amount of muffins, the number of muffins was the same, right? So this was 6 units. We need to make it 6 units again, right? So basically, let's multiply this by 2, and we get our 6 units again. 6 units were before, 6 units were after, right? But if we multiply it here, we need to multiply it here too, and it's gonna be 10 units, right? 10 units, 10/16, 10 units. So what happens? Muffins are the same, 6 units here, 6 units here. She didn't cook any, but in the morning she cooked 5 units of cookies, and in the afternoon we get 10 units of cookies, right? So the cookies increased by 5 units. The cookies increased by 5 units. This is what happens, right? 5 units, the increase. We know how much. She baked another 35 cookies in the afternoon. 35 cookies is 5 units, so how much is 1 unit then? 1 unit is 35 divided by 5, which is 7, right? So if this is 1 unit, how much is 6 units, right? They asked us the question, how many muffins did Olivia bake? Muffins are 6 units, right? 7 times 6, 42. That's your answer. Olivia baked 42 muffins. Okay, problem number 9. Again, pause the video, read the problem carefully, thoroughly. Alright, now I will explain the solution, right? So, what happened? Again, this is, they had like Joe, Maria, and Linda shared the sum of money. There was some kind of total money, right? This is 1, right? We can think of it as a total, right? So, total amount of money were split between who? Between Joe, right? Like 2/3, right? 2/3 of the total amount were Joe, and 1/3 was the remainder. Yeah? The remainder was split between Linda and Maria. So Linda took 4/7 of the remaining amount, right? Linda. And Maria took the rest, right? So the rest is 3/7. 3/7 belongs to Maria. Yeah? So what we need to do is we need to bring everything to one denominator, and we do it by calculating the fraction. What is this fraction as a part of this remainder, as a part of total? What is this fraction as a part of the total, right? And again, what is this fraction? We're gonna see it, right? So first things first, Linda first, right? Let's think about Linda. Linda took 4/7 of what? Of the remainder. Remainder is 1/3. Yeah? And it is 4/21. Right? Now let's think about Maria. Maria took 3/7 of the remainder. Right? And it is 3/21. Now Joe, if we think of Joe, 2/3, his fraction of total money, can be transformed to, because here we use 21, right? So it's gonna be 14/21, right? So these are our fractions. 4/21, 3/21, Joe 14/21, right? So before, what happens? You can draw your units, your model drawing now. You have Joe, you have Linda, you have Maria. And you draw your units. Well, that's gonna be messed up, but I will try to do it accurately. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it should be 14. But anyways, these are our 14 units, right? If I got it wrong. Linda got 4 units, 4/21, right? 4 units. And Maria got our 3 units, right? 3 units. Now after, what happened after? Right, let's check our problem. Joe gave 80 to Maria and some money to Linda. Then Maria gave $8 to Linda. All 3 of them had an equal amount of money in the end. Okay, that is interesting. So we have all our units, right? So all 3 of them would have this 7 units in the end, right? Because total, so this is what? This is 4, this is 3, right? Total amount of units. Total units is 21, right? Total units is 21. So logically, right? All 3 people, all 3 of them would have 21 units divided by 3 people, right? 7. So everyone would have 7 units in the end. 7 units in the end. Yeah? Let's make a picture. So we have Joe, we have Linda, and we have Maria. Right? Joe got his 7. He lost units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, right? Okay, Linda, she has the same amount. She had 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Maria, she had the same amount and she had 3 units, right? So what is the difference? What is the difference? And the difference in our problem, they tell us that Joe gave 80 to Maria and some money to Linda. Maria gave 8 to Linda, right? So Maria, she got 80 from Joe, right? 80 from Joe. So this is $80, but she gave then $8 to Linda, minus 8, right? Minus $8. So this is what we write, minus $8. I should write it as dollars. 80 minus $8. Maria got 80, right? Within this piece, within this bar. She got 80 from Joe, like from Joe. And she gave this money to Linda. Alright? So that is it. Let's calculate now. So this is ugly. This is our A. Yeah? 4 units. So there's supposed to be 4 units here, right? 4 units. So our 4 units is $80 minus $8, right? Which is $72. So our 3 units is $72 divided by 4. You're gonna have 1 unit, right? 1 unit. And times 3 units. Okay, so these 3 units here, these 3 units here. Okay, it's gonna be $54. $54. Okay, Mr. Swain just popped up to say hi. Sorry about that. Okay, so 3 units again. 3 units is $54. Yeah, and now this is the money. These are these 3 units, right? This is the Linda. Linda got it from Joe. I'm gonna erase this. Linda got these 3 units from Joe and from Maria. From Maria, she got $8. $8, right? So we want to know how much Joe gave her, right? So Joe gave her this. Joe gave to Linda. Joe gave to Linda this $54. He gave her $54 minus 8. He didn't give. Maria did, right? So it makes us $46. $46. So this is the first answer, right? Joe gave $46 to Linda. Now let's think about the next one, right? They ask us about total money, right? We know that there are 21 units total, right? So when this is our 1 unit, 72 divided by 4, right? We just talked about this. This is 1 unit, and times 21 units. The total amount, $378. All right, this is your answer. The sum of money that they shared was $378. All right, I'm gonna show you the answers. Please study them again. I'm gonna finish this video and the rest will be in the next one.